We take time for granted, every second, every year, every moment. But who decided how we measure it? More than 700 years ago, long before computers and atomic clocks, Chinese astronomers had already calculated the length of a year with astonishing precision. And behind this achievement was a remarkable exchange of knowledge across Eurasia. Under the same sky, humanity was searching for one answer. How do we measure time? In 13th century China, a great effort to recalibrate time was underway. In ancient China, where agriculture was the foundation of society, the calendar was not a private pursuit, but a matter of state. As snow and ice melted, rivers rose and fell, and monsoons and rains arrived, the year's harvest and survival itself depended on them. The movements of the heavens had to be calculated precisely, and the changing seasons had to be forecast in advance. For this reason, in ancient China, the authority to establish the calendar belonged to the emperor. Whenever a new dynasty was founded, the old calendar had to be revised, or a new one proclaimed. Time was rewritten. The calendars recorded not only the solar terms and the cycles of the moon, but also a dialogue between the dynasty and the cosmos. In the 13th century, the Yuan dynasty was established, and China found itself within a vast imperial network stretching across Eurasia. Knowledge and technologies from Central Asia, Persia, and the Arab world reached the east along the camel caravans of the Silk Road and the sails of maritime routes. Painting, calendrical science, medicine, music, ideas and technologies moved back and forth among different civilizations. Amid this flow, astronomy became a crucial field. The Mongol rulers understood that governing a vast territory required a unified and accurate system of timekeeping as a foundation of effective rule. At the same time, in the Islamic world, astronomy was flourishing, from Baghdad to Maragay. It was in this context that the Persian astronomer Jamal al-Din, summoned by Kublai Khan, arrived in Dadu, the Yuan capital. He was appointed head of the Islamic Astronomical Bureau, known as the Hui Sidian Tai. Here, the Islamic astronomical tradition and the Chinese calendrical system formally encountered one another at the level of the state for the first time. Jamal al-Din presented the court with the Wanian calendar and brought with him several Arabic works on calendrical calculation and astronomy. These texts were later collectively known as the Jiqi Zhuji Ali, carrying with them thousands of years of observational and computational knowledge from the Islamic world. They included calculation methods based on spherical trigonometry, systematic star catalogs, and computational systems built around the movements of the seven luminaries. And along with the texts came instruments. Under Jamal al-Din's direction, 7 Arabic-style astronomical and geographical instruments were constructed to calibrate the calendar and calculate celestial phenomena. It became known as the Hui calendar. This was a rare instance of institutional integration. Astronomical knowledge from abroad was no longer merely something travelers had seen and heard about. It had become part of the state's calendrical system. Soon afterward, a Chinese astronomer named Guo Shoujing would build on this convergence and recalibrate the time of the East. The Yuan court decided to revise the calendar, launching an astronomical project on an unprecedented scale. Guo Shoujing, then serving as an official responsible for waterworks, took charge of the core observational and technical coordination. He established an observation network spanning the vast empire, with 27 observation sites in total, from the northernmost site in Til, in what is now the Yenisei River basin of Siberia, to the southernmost sites in the South China Sea Islands, dispatching officials to make observations and keep records across the realm, measuring the shadows cast by the sun, the solar terms, and the positions of the stars. This massive survey spanned more than 10,000 li from north to south and 5,000 li from east to west, later known as the Four Seas Survey, providing abundant and highly accurate data for the formulation of the new calendar. At the same time, Guo Shoujing improved and designed more than 20 astronomical instruments, simplifying their structures and reducing errors to make observations more consistent. In 1281, the new calendar was officially promulgated. It was called the Shushi Calendar. The Shushi Calendar calculated the length of a tropical year, the time it takes Earth to complete one orbit around the Sun, as 365.2425 days. That is 365 days, 5 hours, 49 minutes, and 12 seconds. This figure differed from the modern Gregorian calendar by just 26 seconds. Its cycle was exactly the same as that of the Gregorian calendar, which began to be introduced in Europe in 1582, yet it came more than 3 centuries earlier. The Shushi calendar became the official calendar of the Yuan dynasty, with an accuracy that was among the world's most advanced at the time. For the centuries that followed, the Shushi calendar and the Hui calendar were used side by side. When observing lunar eclipses, calculating the solar terms, and determining the new and full moons, the two systems were compared and cross-checked against each other. The encounter between civilizations did not stop at the importation and absorption of knowledge. It evolved into cooperation that lasted for centuries. Time has become the most fundamental and precise shared reference point of modern society. Every act of satellite navigation, every transoceanic communication, and every financial transaction depends on coordinated universal time, maintained through the combined efforts of hundreds of atomic clocks around the world. And every second we use is the result of collective verification across national borders. Humanity has journeyed across the long river of time, and today, on the same scale of time, we pursue our dreams and embrace those we love. With every tick of the clock, the world is connected.